Hey, I hope you guys are having a good week. I wanted to send you a little bit of information regarding the weekend at East because I will once again be over at West, so I'm not going to be there. But just to give you a little bit of heads up of some stuff that is going on. First, I don't have it on me because it's already at East, but imagine this is the card I'm talking about. We are going to be handing out Impact Beyond cards at the auditorium doors as people walk into the auditorium, and they are just this. Okay, how do I impact Beyond Love Week and Saturday Serve, and just to help people reconnect with outreach. And so if they have any information, there should be it's a bunch of information on the card as well as the website to go get connected. So just be handing those to people at the door. Another thing with the doors, Patrick just wanted me to make sure to let you guys know, and it happens more west just with how those doors are positioned and built than it does at east, but just to make sure, the two sets of glass doors as you head into the church itself, just to make sure that they don't open past 90 degrees because the hinge is not built for that. And so he discovered that over time, some of those may break or become unusable. Then you have to completely replace the door if it's open past 90 degrees. So just if you happen to see one open past, and it's pretty obvious, like, hey, that's way past 90 degrees. If you could just keep it close to 90 degrees, I'm really not good at geometry, but use your judgment on that one perfectly. Then we also have, hopefully, it's going to be going on in the parking lot. There's going to be some spots that's coned off because they are getting ready to patch up the parking lot, thankfully. But we haven't been using that first entry anyway, and that's where most of the work's going to be done. So just to make sure, if it's not blocked off, to block that first entrance off, but just be aware there may be some construction style stuff going on over there, and that's them just fixing the parking lot. And then finally, just a cool win. There was 35 people at test drive this last week on Monday and Tuesday, and we look at that as 35 people who made one more step closer to in their journey of discipleship with God. There's 35 people who weren't connected that are now connected, and we have the opportunity now to continue to invest in their life and love on them and help them mature and grow in Jesus, and that's the whole reason we're doing this. So that was a really cool thing. One of them, her name is Kia. She's actually starting over at East this weekend at the 11 o'clock. She's on the greeting team. So if you see her, just make sure to go say hi. Tell her you're happy that she's serving with us, because not only are we excited and we want her to know that, but then we can begin almost kind of coaching her and, hey, this embodies our culture of serving here. We want you to know that we love having you here. We want you to show that to everybody else. So if you see her at the 11 o'clock, just make sure to go introduce yourself, say hi, tell her she's glad, you're glad you're a part of it. But I just wanted a quick share, just one little thought that it kind of stemmed from, as I was prepping this week, we're talking about trials and temptations and the joys of that. And one of the things I read this last year, and I can't remember if I've shared a lot, but one of the things that I read that kind of formed a lot of my approach in this one was that we are a culture that cares more about self-confidence than self-compassion. Self-confidence is that's mindset of I can do it. But if you can't, if you fail, put a lot of pressure on yourself, put a lot of shame on yourself. So self-confidence can end shamefully, essentially. Self-compassion is saying, even if I can't do it, I'm still loved, I'm still worthy. And this idea of, I want to do something well, but even if I can't, I'm okay. I was just kind of floored by this idea of, we could tell, we're not good at giving ourselves self-compassion. You hear all the time, you're your own worst enemy, your own harshest critic. We want us to be perfect far more than what we need, and I think what other people push on us. But now we have this ingrained in us, and that stops us from following God in a lot of the trials that we have. If we were to have self-compassion, I think it'd be easier to walk through trial knowing, okay, this is terrible. I'm not doing well, but I'm okay. I'm loved. Instead of the self-confidence of saying, this is terrible. I got to figure this out. I can do it. I believe in myself to get through this by myself. And so I don't pose this question this week, and I should. I may still try to find a way to do it. But that is which one do you practice more in your life? Is it self-confidence or self-compassion? How self-compassionate are you in your own life to yourself? Because the truth is that is mercy, and God gives us mercy, so we should give ourselves mercy. But we're bad at it sometimes. But with that, I hope it is a great weekend. I miss being over at East. I'm excited to be back there next week. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.